Yo, Barbecue Church family, what's going on? We are outside, man. I'm currently in like the Lafayette, Louisiana area. Bruh, it's wild out here, you know, hanging out with my people. Kenneth and Trina, you know, Trina's parents live down here, David and Jeanette, and they were like, hey, we're doing some services down here. We want you to come down and do some stuff with us. And so here I am hanging out with them. These people are family to me. David has been, you know, like one of those father figures for a homie for a while. Just really, really great family. So this is where I'm at. You know, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. And, you know, so I got my turkey ready to rock. Hopefully my family remembered. I reminded them 4 or 5 times to make sure they put that turkey in the refrigerator so that it would thaw out in time. Hopefully they did that. After I'm done with this, I need to make sure that make sure that they did. I need to call and make sure, because I don't want to come home to a frozen turkey on Monday. And hopefully your turkey is not frozen by the time you watch this, because it probably shouldn't be. Probably should be on the process of thawing that bad boy, okay? You know, but I did, what did we do? Lamb shoulder steaks. I did those. My wife doesn't like lamb. I tried it one more time to see if it worked. It did not. It was not good. Wasn't great for her. So, So we realized that she 100% doesn't like lamb. I don't know why every time, now I tried to do this before, and I had to stop because this dude was on his lawnmower right over here. And now all of a sudden, he just backed as soon as I started. Come on, son. Stay over there. Stay on the other side. Anyway. But so things are good. Life is great. Lamb shoulder steaks. I did some chicken. I did poppy seed chicken. I did like that little casserole thing. Did that, but I smoked the chicken first. Sets it off, man. Changes the game when you're doing that. So, but things are great, man. We're gonna have a great Thanksgiving. Josh and I already have our list together of what we're gonna cook, what we're gonna do. You know, I was thinking about spatchcock and a turkey. Then my homeboy Captain Ron. So he's one of those big green egg homies. Captain Ron put out a video of a frog style turkey. So it's kind of like spatchcock, but it's pulled differently. He does it completely different. It looks wild. It looks wild. But I think I might try it. I think I might try it just to do something different, because why not? So we'll see. If we do that, I'll post pictures of it. I'm sure everybody's gonna post pictures in the Barbecue Church Facebook group. So if you need inspiration, jump up in that group. If you need help, if you need just ideas, or you need if you're trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, jump in a group, ask. We got a bunch of us in there that are just willing to help and help people figure out their cooking. You know, one of the things that's wild is, you know, when you talk about the concept of make yourself at home, you know, you have people who will always say, you know, make yourself at home, make yourself at home. And that is a really great thought and everything. But what about, like, what if you're wild at home? You know, what if make yourself at home, like at home, I take my pants off, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you go in somebody's house, they're like, make yourself at home. Like, bruh, like, what if you put your butt on the counter and just sit there on the counter at home where people are supposed to eat from? What if that's you? You know what I mean? Like, you don't know, I'm not trying to say make yourself at home in my house. Like, I'm trying to be specific. Nah, don't make yourself at home. I don't know what you live like. You know, don't do that. But, you know, but it's funny when we think about it. You know, I came down here and I'm sitting here with the homies, and, you know, and David said, hey, there's the refrigerator. You need something, get it. You know, and a lot of people will tell you, hey, if you need something, here, let me get it for you. Let me grab this for you. But he said, there's a refrigerator. Get it. I'm not getting it for you. And that's the moment when you know your family. When you could just open up somebody's refrigerator. You don't just open somebody's refrigerator. You know, one thing, like, I don't open another man's grill. I just won't do it. If somebody's cooking and there's a grill, I'm not opening it. I'm not jumping in there. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to open up another man's grill. You just don't do that. You don't go in somebody else's refrigerator. You just don't, like not without permission. And it's wild because out here, they said, there's a refrigerator, get it. You got refrigerator privileges. When you have refrigerator privileges, you know your family. You know that you're set up. You know that you have access to everything that they threw in there. And it's like whatever's in there is yours. Whatever's in there, you have access to. There's nothing off limits for you. Man, it made me think about this, and it made me go back, and I'm looking at Hebrews 4:16. It says, so let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There we will receive his mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it most. So it's saying, come boldly to God. It's saying we have access to God, our gracious God, the one who gives us grace. And that's where we receive mercy. That's where we get the grace when we need it most. It's not saying, it says boldly. Come boldly. Don't come halfway. Don't come out here thinking like, oh, I don't have access to God. No, you have access to God because he's gracious and he's called you. He's calling you family. He's saying, nah, you have access. A lot of people feel like because they've done some wild stuff, they believe that because they haven't lived the perfect life, that they don't have the grace. They don't have the access to God like everyone else. I don't have more access to God than you do. I don't. We have access because we're the children of God. And he's saying, come boldly. So come boldly. Go to God. Let God know what's going on. Let God know. Pray. Ask God for the things that you're looking for. Pray about the things that you need. Okay? Come boldly. Because we're family, because we have those privileges, we have access. Then in Romans 8:15, it says, so you have not received the spirit that makes you fearful slaves. Instead, you received God's spirit when he adopted you as his own children. Now we call him Abba Father, for his spirit joins with our spirit to affirm that we are God's children. And since we are his children, we are his heirs. In fact, together with Christ, we are heirs of God's glory. So it's saying we are heirs. He's calling us his children. And so that's what gives us access. He adopted us. He took care of us so that we could have access and privileges. So when somebody says you can open up my refrigerator without asking, that's a sign of trust. That's a sign of familiarity. I'm going to say it wrong. That was just funny. But we have trust. We have access. And so we're family, so therefore we can do that. And our relationship with God gives us unrestricted access to grace, to mercy, to favor, because we're children. We don't have to worry about asking for permission. We don't have to wonder if we're welcome. We are welcome. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done, because of what Jesus did for us, we have access to God. So come boldly. Run out there. Don't sit there and feel like you don't have access to God for real. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Our practical application moment. Approach God boldly in prayer. Whether you need guidance, forgiveness, whether you need help. Remember, you're not a stranger, that you are one of God's children. Stop acting like you're a guest in God's house. Walk in confidence, knowing that you have access to the blessings, to the promise, and to his presence. Boldly, and then the same way, like just show and share God's love and grace with other people. That's where we're at. So we have trust, we have relationship, we know that God trusts us, that God cares about us. And so let's just live that way. Let's be bold. Let's go to God with the things. Let's remember that, regardless of who we are, and regardless of what we've done, we're still his children. That's on that good father status. He doesn't cut us off because we've done some crazy stuff. We're still family. We still have access. So that's what we on this week. So walk in grace. Remember that you're connected to God in a true and real way. Remember that you're family and that you have access. You have refrigerator privileges in God's house. You have refrigerator privileges in God's house. The things that fill you up, the things that are going to take care of you, the things that are going to edify you, that are going to nourish you, you have access to it. You just have to access it. You just have to open up the fridge. If you don't have a relationship with God, pray, simple prayer. God, I believe that Jesus died, came back, covered my sin, made a way for me to have a relationship with God. So I accept that relationship. I ask for you to come into my life and change who I am. Text Journey to the number that pops up on the screen. Put in your information, get a 30-day devotional, it gets delivered to you every day for the next 30 days. My homeboy Matt wrote that, gave us access to it, so thank you for that. But look, man, we still out here, man. We still doing big things. We still believing that God is going to continue to move in our lives. We're going to have a great holiday season. If you're struggling with anything, if you need help, ask for prayer, ask us, reach out to me, reach out to the homies. We out here. We got you covered nonstop. You already know. And yeah, shout out to all of y'all, man. So I'm going to go take some allergy medicine because this dude cutting up all these leaves is wild. There was a dude over here, he just dug out, he just grinded a stump, and it was wild to watch. He was here for 15 minutes and killed 2 stumps and just left. But anyway, God is good, man. We appreciate y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season. If I don't see you, love y'all. Y'all be safe. Praise God.